So more than just fighting it at the door of universities, we have taken it to the highest level that it must be law. All those students who are owing, we must cancel their debt. And those who are owing at the universities, our youth command is there for that purpose, to say no one is going to be refused registration on the basis of historical debt. So we can't allow that. That we fight. Of course, when people finish, it becomes unfortunate because they withhold their results. But most of them, since the past 11 years, they were able to register and finish their courses. They might not have their results because of the EFF, which made them to register even when they had historical debt. So we are now fighting a new struggle without abandoning the old one of having access for them. We are now fighting that even when they have historic debt, release their results because they cannot get work if you withhold their results. So that is very, very close to our hearts. You know, at VETS, my son is there. He registered everything. They even gave him modules, everything, without paying a cent. Because I keep on saying, where is the statement? What are the fees and all of that? Then the explanation is, if a parent, if you are registered first year, second year, if your parent earns more than 600,000 per month, you don't have to pay registration fee because they will build that registration fee into the fees. What nonsense is that? The ones of 600,000 are the ones who can afford. They are the ones who should be paying because surely you want money. That's why you do registration fee to take care of certain things. Use that money of these ones of 600,000 to allow these ones to come into the space while we are still waiting for NSFAS or whatever institution we are waiting for. The contradictions in this life are too much, such that when we stand up against them, you say we are mad. When the other side is completely mad. How does a person who earns 600,000 upwards is not allowed to pay registration? No, he will pay as he goes, anyway he can afford. It's a nonsensical thing that you can't even expose, you can't even write about it. You probably didn't even know about it, that there is this problem. You probably didn't even know about it. But as a doctor of South Africa, I'm here to heal you. So I must give you these things and make you aware what's happening. Things are tough there. People tell us, no, they take their children to vets and they are rich and therefore they can't lead the struggle of the poor. My child does not read a registration. But I'm at the gates every day of every institution in South Africa sweating to register children of those who can't register. And these ones who speak nonsense that we are rich and therefore can't lead the poor. How many children did they register this year? How many children do they take to school? Do you know how many children do we feed? You heard that magistrate in East London insulting our feeding scheme. And she says from a position of comfort, the innuendos of a racist, at every corner of this court, there is a soup kitchen, insulting our soup kitchen. No one has ever led that evidence before the court. Remember, the court doesn't know everything, doesn't know anything. It's listening to us, we're feeding it, and then it will take a decision. Only the court to tell us that there are 20 soup kitchens outside that court. How does the court know that? When did the court conduct such a research to come and tell us during court that there are 20? She has not conducted such a research. But she speaks from a position of privilege. One, of being white. Two, of being a magistrate. She can't be challenged. No one has ever led that evidence that there are 20 soup kitchens. 700 kids are being fed every day at the soup kitchen I established at Mahikeng, where I come from. Every day at 3 o'clock. You know what is the story? None of you has ever written about it. None of you has ever visited. You've got social pages in your papers, social programs on TV, and so on and so forth. No one has ever visited that thing. I announce it, I speak about it openly. It's there on my tweet. I pinned it openly. It's a positive thing. That's why you don't visit it. You will never visit anything positive about Malema. 700 kids. She speaks about it like it's nothing. Okay, let's say there are 20 soup kitchens outside that court in East London. Who said those 20 soup kitchens are now enough to feed everybody? We don't need that one of Mahikeng. So when we tell you about the biasness of the judge, of the magistrate, you all think we are taking chances. I'm giving you this example, where a magistrate just says 20 soup kitchens. And after she said 20 soup kitchens, we can confidently say there are no soup kitchens outside that court. There are no soup kitchens. She said there are soup kitchens outside. There are no soup kitchens. Meaning she lied under oath. And therefore the East London sub-region must open a case against her. She's under oath. She has to tell the truth. How do you lie and say there are 20 soup kitchens outside the court? We have food. We are working. These poor people have taken us to parliament to earn a salary. We can't say because we have food we are eating at home, we must not fight for those who don't eat. Because for us, it's not theoretical. For us, it's practical. We know how it feels not to have food. Our history qualifies us to lead the struggles of our people. Even though we committed class suicide because we have improved our social conditions, but it doesn't mean our consciousness has escaped us. Hence the opening of soup kitchens, Andris Tatani campaign, so Futangekani campaign, Mtwane Skoleni campaign. It is your constant interaction with ordinary people on the ground that sharpens your political consciousness. Your consciousness is not sharpened by your history. If you don't constantly interact with the poor on the ground, you will think everybody has got water, including the people of Midrand. And when we ask, why do you say people of Midrand have water? The last time you checked, there was no shortage of water in suburbs. Then you left the masses. You no longer know what's happening on the ground. But if you are constantly interacting with people on the ground, your political consciousness gets to be sharpened. This weekend alone, we're with more than 700 people, 600 and something EFF, plus the staff of Beechwood, interacting with them directly, hearing what these people are experiencing on the ground. And through that, we don't have to be poor for us to fight for the poor. Joe Slovo didn't have to be black to fight for the liberation of black people. Ronnie Casares didn't have to be black for him to fight for the struggles of black people. Helen Suzman, and you can count them. Many others, including Carl Neuhaus. They didn't have to be black to fight for the struggle of black people. They had to be politically conscious. So this nonsensical narrative that we hear is being pushed around. Mandela was a lawyer when he went to fight for the black people. O.R. Tambo was a lawyer when they went to fight for black people. They went to join a firm of Walter Sisulu, which was dealing with the transfers, conveyancing. Mara Walter Sisulu didn't have those qualifications, but he was already running a successful conveyancing company, which employed Walter, it employed O.R. Tambo and Nelson Mandela to go and fight for me and you. Yet they didn't have to, if we follow this logic. That if you are a lawyer, you have an earning, you live better, why do you claim you can fight for people? But they fought for us. We are here because they come from where we were. Their education and their success did not do away with their consciousness. Whereas O.R. left us here. He couldn't interact with us constantly. Went to exile, went to stay in London. When he came back, one of the biggest rallies was the welcome rally of O.R. When he was welcomed back in the country. He was our leader even when he was in London. We never said, no one can fight for us if he's in London. That is girlish, that is stupidity, that is laziness, lazy to think, narrow thinking that masquerade as intellectualism. There's nothing intellectual about that. Including envy, by the way. The last one, Mangaung. We're targeting Mangaung, yes. Yes, Mangaung. There's a place I once went to where sewer was spilling in that area for more than a month. And it was this level. And it started even getting inside houses. And the toilets are outside. These people inside the houses will have to get out, walk in the sewer to go to the toilet. Those are daily struggles of the people of Mangaung. If you think a sewer is a joke, you must go and ask the people of Mangaung. They will tell you what they are experiencing on daily basis. So the same as Metsimaholo. Metsimaholo is too small with such a big factory there called Sasol. Sasol can develop that place alone without government. Why are they not developing it? No one is challenging them there. Everybody has been co-opted. For sure, some of them got tenders to supply small petrol there, this and that. And they think they call that a rival. Sasol alone can develop the whole of Metsimaholo. So, we are just using those two examples as to, those are not that kind of municipalities to lose. Rustenburg is not that kind of municipality to lose. Polokwane is not the kind of municipality to lose. Mahikeng is not the kind of municipality to lose. Mahikeng, which had roads, proper roads built by Bantustan. Today, the roads are no longer there. What happened to them? I don't know. I thought these people are eating the money of the government. They are also eating tar road. Oh, go ahead. You can see this one is full of tar road. How do you explain what happened to that tar road? All they needed to do was to maintain it. They destroyed it. The people of Sesheo, they must keep in touch with the people of Midrand and give them tips on how to survive shortage of water. Because there in Polokwane, there's no water. When we grew up in Sesheo, there was water of Bantustan of government. It's not there anymore. There's no water. That's our life. The EFF tried to drill boreholes here and there. But the EFF is just a small part. It's not government. And that we're trying, you don't even see it. Ask the question. Why are you not asking the question, including this analyst, all of them? How many political parties build the houses that we have built? TG. I'm asking that you go and quantify the number of houses we have built since we have formed and how much those houses have costed us, monetary-wise. And then let's issue out a leaflet like that. And then go to any political party to tell you from their own coffers how many houses did they build from their own coffers. Not government RDP houses. Those are not ANC houses. Those are our houses. If they count that, you must count us also in those ones. They are ours as well. So you must count us. On top of that, put our party houses. Then see which party take care of the poor. How many political parties have renovated old age homes, orphanages? How many political parties take children to school from their coffers? We've got a budget dedicated monthly to take children to school. Which political party from its coffers has produced pilots, economists, children who are now well qualified from our own coffers? And you tell us we are rich, we don't care about the poor. You can't even look after the hair of your friend. But you think we don't care. We care. We are a caring organization. So we are there. We are focused. Thanks, Jane.